students of class 10. Today I am going to start the poem Sea Fever, written by John Masefield. Now you all know that sea fever, the title seems to be a little bit different. Fever we really mean what? That a kind of disease, maybe we are suffering from illness, that's why this type of things are coming. This sea fever is referring to what? An acute urge or an earnest desire to move around the world, or to go out on a voyage and to enjoy and to explore the splendor of the nature. So this poem is full of excitement, and this fever is referred to that excitement. Means sea fever means the excitement of the thirst to visit the sea or to go on a voyage on the sea. So and as the poet anticipates the feelings of anticipates that he would go out for a sea voyage, his excitement is narrated here, and it is a passionate description. Means how much he is passionate, how much he is really eager to go out to sea to enjoy himself. That is portrayed in this poem. And description of the seascape reveals the internal desire of man to seek the splendor of nature. So it is man's eternal desire. Means eternal means the desire forever. What? The desire forever to seek the beauty of nature, to seek the splendor of nature. Now the poem starting in this way, that I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky, and all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. So the poet wants to go to the seas again. Means it seems that he has returned from a voyage. Again he wants to go back on a voyage. And to the lonely sea. Lonely sea means the sea where only the waves can be seen, only the sound of seagulls can be felt, only the foam of waves can be experienced, only the beauty can be explored of the sea where there will be no one. And the sky means he just wants to touch the horizon, means where the sky seems to meet the sea. It seems to the poet that he feels that the sky is merging with the sea and it has become one, and it is an absolutely beautiful sight to experience. And he for the journey, what he wants? For the journey he wants a tall ship and the star to steer her by. Means he wants a star which can show him the guidance and which can show him the way or the direction. And the wheels kick and the wind song and the white sails are shaking, and a grey mist on the sea's face and the grey dawn breaking. So he wants the wheels kick. Suppose the ship is going to start, he just wants to feel that jerk of the steering wheel of the ship. And the wind song, definitely good winds, strong wind is necessary for the journey of the ship. And the white sails shaking means she just wants to see that white sails which are there on the top of the ship, they are shaking. And a grey mist on the sea's face. So early in the morning, he wants to experience the foggy atmosphere, the haziness of the mist, or the grey mist covering the sea's face when the wind has not started to blow, and the grey dawn breaking, and the early morning he wants to experience. The early morning means early dawn he wants to experience. I must go down to the seas again for the call of the running tide. So he wants to point out that he just wants to go to the seas again for the call of the running tide. So the running tide is coming, and the running tide means the sea current. He wants to experience the flow of the sea current, and the tide, high tide and the low tide. So whenever there is tide, the poet can hear a call. This is the call of nature. it seems that it is inviting the poet to go to the seas. It's a wild call and a clear call that may not be denied. So, according to the poet, it is a very wild and a clear call. It's a very strong call and it is a very clear call which cannot be denied. And all I ask is a windy day with the white clouds fly. So all he asks, what? A windy day and with white clouds flying. He wants to have white clouds flying here and there. And the flung spray and the blown spume and the seagulls cry. And he wants to hear what? She wants to have a very pleasant day with wind blowing, steady wind blowing with pleasant white clouds flying in the sky and the flung spray. Flung spray means a type of clouds, white clouds which can be seen in the sky, and sometimes these clouds just offer rain. So these type of clouds are known as flung spray. So when little rain occurs from these clouds, white clouds, and the blown spume means the foam of the sea waves. He just wants to enjoy, he just wants to see those things, and the seagulls cry. So he wants to hear the call of the seagulls. Seagulls, that is the seabirds which the poet wants to experience. So the call of the running tide means the call of the sea tide is a very clear and a very wild call for him. Means it's a very clear call, and wild call means he cannot resist the call. Means it is coming continuously and it is having a great impact on him, and he cannot deny, he cannot disapprove the call. He just wants to go back to the sea. And for this, he wants a windy day, and he wants to start in the early morning when there is dawn. And gray, why gray color is used? You know that early morning, it's before the sunlight, the surrounding seems to be gray, and the light seems to be gray. And he just wants to enjoy the pleasant cloud with a little rainfall and the windy day and the how the waves are striking the shore with the foam. He just wants to enjoy that, and he wants to hear the call of the seagulls. He just wants to hear the call of the beautiful seagulls that are coming. So the poet has come back, but the poet has an irresistible desire to go back again. He just does not want to stay here on the land. He just wants to go back to the sea on the voyage and enjoy the beauty of nature.